Now, another thing is, the mom would, if the daughter came in there to me, have to catch us actually having sex. Why? Like the story in the Bible, when they found the wife with the male, they were having sex, right? Or fornication, right? And in the law, Moses says to stone them, right? Both. But they only brought the woman to Jesus, right? by the way, I keep telling you that. And that's why he was able to bend the law and not stone her, right? But at the same time, right, if they had brought both the man and the woman, right, he could have legally stoned them both as well, right? That's the point, right? You don't know anyone. The problem is they only brought the woman to him. But your wife is with another man. Is she really your wife? Not now. Right? She's being with another man, right? Means she's not happy with your husbandry to her. Now, the question is, though, is it Jesus' wife? You can't prove it one way or the other. Why? Your ambiguity about it, right? John's ambiguity about it. He wrote the story, allegedly, right? It's in his gospel, right? Now, John is also the oldest disciple. Okay, when did he write his gospel? When they were all alive, right? Now, if I wrote something, I can't add something in that I forgot or wanted to clarify. Yeah. They also say that part was written in later. Well, he could have, before he died. I don't know. Are you saying he couldn't have? I don't know. Are you saying it didn't come to mind afterwards? Right. To tell that part of the story in chapter 8, right? It sounds like something Jesus would do anyway, that he would be at the temple in the morning preaching to the people. And who was his wife, though? There's no identification by name of who the wife even was. She was just called wife, caught in the act of adultery with a husband, right, who was not identified as well, right? But Jesus ain't a man. He wouldn't be a husband to a wife, yeah. That's all you can prove, right? John does say a wife of a man was brought to the man Jesus, right? And he was asked what to do with her because she was caught in the act of sleeping with another man, which is how we were worded today, right? Or having sex with another man, right? So, if I sleep with you, right, and you're married or not, right, am I forcing you to sleep with me? No. If I do something that makes you feel good, though, and your husband don't, is it a sin? No. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm trying to show you I care about your body more than he does, baby. But you don't have to now. I'm not trying to force you, but you can sleep with another man, because apparently this is part of the story. But what he don't want to do is forgive the adultery as Jesus did, right? You understand that too, right? Whoever the wife is, whoever the husband is, even if it ain't Jesus, even if it is, he's showing you forgiving the act of fornication is better than stoning her, right? For the act, right? Which is what you're supposed to do in Moses' law. This also might relate to Mary and Joseph, who also had the opportunity to either stone Mary, right, or put her away privately and not marry her at all, right? Whatever that meant for her. That still don't mean that he wouldn't have stoned her himself, right? Guess who had to pick up the first stone to stone her? Her husband. Her husband has to, right? It's also said in the law when dealing with a witch, right? Which is worse than a wife sleeping with another man, by the way. Well, if you're family member, even your own wife of your bosom, right, commits that kind of a crime, right, you were to stone her, right? And your hand was to be the first hand to pick up the stone to stone her. And you're telling me this wasn't Jesus' wife, though, right? By bringing her to him. If he wasn't her husband. And that's the only title John gave her, is wife. Now, a few seconds later, he's just calling her woman. He uses the same word as Joseph after he married Mary. Now, before that, they were just betrothed, right? But when they got married, Matthew uses a different word, right, for her to become his wife, right? It's no longer Guinea, which is woman. It's Guinea Ka. It's got a K in it, right? Then she's his wife. Then she becomes a woman to him, right? With committing adultery, right? If caught in the act, right? She is at that time having sex with another man, right? Whether the man finishing her or not, we don't know all the details. But they're catching her while she's laying naked with another man bowing down upon her, as Job said about his own wife. Let another bow down upon her. You probably never read that part of Job, where he's talking about something else, while dealing with the men attacking him that he was doing something wrong, right? Now, when a man bows down upon a woman, it's talking about sexual penetration of that female. They're having sex, right? You can even bow down on her from behind, right? Or she can be on top of you, right? And bow down on top of you, right? Those are the three main ways you can do it, too, right? You can do it similar to how an animal bows down upon one another, right? Missionary or woman on top. Those are the only three ways you can do it. Right? And you got to do it more than once, right? If you can do it more than once, you can do it more than once. You can do it more than once. If you can't, you can't. Right. Now. It's also up to the girl, when she brings you to the back, to bring you to the front, right? Like in the strip club, like I told you, right? Now, if I make you come, you can lie about it, right? But the more we're back there,